Good morning. Today we're going to look back. We're going to continue looking at the eclipse on the principal's office, relating to the topics that I talk about on the show. One thing I haven't talked about is being tardy. Like it's always the big issue here when you go to school. If you go to school, you expect to be there on time, but if you're tardy, you have a lot of excuses. We'll get to that in a minute. But imagine, like your fourth year is your senior year. But what if you drop out because you have to work, and you want to come back for your sixth year? Like 112 absent out of 180. That's what happened in this. That's what happened in this first clip we're going to show you. Sam his name is Sam. He wanted to return for his sixth year. But what happens next would surprise anyone, including me. Take a look.
Hey, Dr. Caswell, remember me?
Sam, a student showed up at the high school today unexpectedly. He wants to return for his sixth year. What have you been doing?
Pretty much just been working, been thinking about school. I really want to come back.
What's the reason you want to come back?
I won't be able to get a job in the future without a high school diploma. Well, a good paying job, and I'd really like to come back just to give it another shot and prove everyone that thinks that I couldn't do it wrong. Try and come back.
That's actually, I like that answer, but I have begged you year after year after year. Come on, you got to get it together. You got to get it going.
I know.
And what is different now than was different for the last 7 years?
I'm a little older, I'm more mature.
Well, it was last June. It was a few months ago.
If she lets me in, I'm going to bust my butt. But if she doesn't, I don't know what I'm going to do.
What about your attendance issues? 112 days absent or tardy last year. Out of 180.
It's a new me. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do everything I'm supposed to do.
It's a miracle to me that with over 100 days you passed anything last year.
Yeah, it shows how smart I am.
Yeah.
I promise I'll be here every day on time, pass all my classes that I'm going to.
Or what?
Or you can just see you later.
Really? That sounds like a contract.
All right.
I have one right here I'd like you to take a look at.
All right.
Reporting to school on time, not getting in trouble, passing your classes. And if in fact you don't do these things, you understand I'm going to kick you to the curb for the very last time and I don't want to hear from you again.
Yes, I understand.
Well, I must say I'm floored. This is a new Sam.
Yeah, I need your help. I really don't want to be making minimum wage for the rest of my life.
Will you get a haircut?
I don't know. I like the hair growing out, but...
Oh, boy. If Sam decides to come back as his old self, he will not be successful. However, if he really does come back a new man, I will be there to support him in whatever he needs. Woo!
This is my final chance. I'm going to prove to everyone that said I wasn't going to be able to do it. I'm going to prove them wrong, and I'm going to do it.
Probably after the show, he did very well. We don't know what happened. Now, one other topic that I've talked about the past 5 years is dress now for PE. I told you this many times. If you're required to have 1 grade of PE. If you're in PE, you're required to take 1 credit. You got to dress out. Shirt, shorts, tennis shoes, or closed-toed shoes. No pants. No jeans, no sweatpants, no pants, no boots, no pajamas, none of it. If you refuse to dress out, then it's going to take away part of your grade. You're going to fail PE. And the reason why is because it's all because you refuse to dress out. That's the whole main reason. So, let's take a look at Not So Tiny Dancer.
Dance class is a PE class. It is basically for our cheerleaders and our pom girls. Right now, I need to meet with the student who just broke the PE dress policy. Come on in.
Mr. Day?
Lorenzo, why are you here?
Because, I forgot my dance clothes.
Okay. You like to dance?
I like to dance. I love to dance. In the middle of the night, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the night. About me.
What's your favorite dance move?
A toe touch.
What's that?
Toe touch.
Toe touch?
Yeah.
But I don't know what the toe touch is.
Toe touch is like where you go like that. Like that.
Oh, okay.
I may be a big guy, but I can still break it down, show some moves. In the middle of the night, in the middle of the night.
What proper attire should you be wearing?
It's just like normally like just basketball shorts and a shirt.
Forgot them because why?
Well, I usually like I wash my clothes every Thursday nights, and I forgot, and she just said she expected me to wear this.
Okay.
So she sent you down here with the skirt.
Yeah. Like this doesn't even fit me. Like it's like little. It's like tiny.
Can I see that?
Yeah, you can.
Dude, I don't think you can fit one of your feet through this thing, let alone your body.
I don't know if she was being serious about wearing the skirt, but like I just thought like it was kind of intimidating to me because I'm a big guy, so it was like making me feel like I'm fat or something.
Lorenzo, you ever been in the office before?
That's my first time.
Dude, I'm gonna let you off with a warning, okay?
Okay, sir.
Next time, make sure you bring your proper clothes.
Yes, sir.
All right? All right, brother.
After meeting with Mr. J, like, I felt relieved because I thought he was going to give me something, like, really bad. But, like, it's my first time in the principal's office, and it was just, like, it made me, like, feel better. It's just, like, like a relief. In the middle of the night, in the middle of the night.
That was a great dance move. And still, you gotta remember to make sure you wear your proper attire. Like a shirt and shorts. Alright. Later, you're gonna meet a man, a student who threw mashed potatoes on the wall for a really crazy reason. But first, when we come back, closed campus. I talked about closed campus. We're going to introduce you to a group of three people, 3 or 4, two from another school, 1 from another school, and 2 from another school. We'll tell you. And unhappy meal, went to go get coffee, and decided to go to the grocery store. Welcome back. For those of you who just tuned in, today we're going to look at some clips from the principal's office that have been similar to my topics that have been important for the past 5 years. And one of the topics that I ever talked about was closed campus. It's a big issue going on. For those who don't know what closed campus is, it's basically a thing where you're not allowed to leave campus to go get like food or something. Now we're going to introduce you to a group of 3 students from John Marshall High School, Willis Point High School, and Manalapan High School. Let's start off with Willis at John Marshall, where 2 students decided to go get some lunch, and yet the principal decides, you gave me lunch. Take a look.
At John Marshall High School, we have a closed campus. Students cannot leave campus at any time during the school day. Today, 2 students were sent to my office because a teacher caught them walking up the hallway with McDonald's.
I'll never get in trouble, really. I'm a good student. I don't get in trouble a lot.
So, how'd you get a McDonald's?
A friend brought it for me.
Okay. Who was the friend?
Don't tell you that.
You can either tell me how all of this came about, or I can run video back and I can figure it out for myself. Now, the more work I put into it, the more different the consequence is going to be.
I don't think we should get in trouble because, we was trying to get something. We was hungry.
Tell me what drives you to this.
I don't got no food.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, I was a big girl. I wanted to eat like some fried chicken, red beans, snake bones, shrimps. I'm sorry, but
Right.
it's just the whole. But if y'all get some, fun food here,
Right.
I'll stay. I'm big. I want to eat. I want to get some McDonald's, some A&W, some Long John Silver, some something. I want no salad, no dressing. That's nasty. I want to eat that. And then the milk, it don't taste right.
As a result of your bringing food on campus illegally, you just gave me lunch.
I don't think that's right, because I want my food myself. Because if you're going to eat my food, you're going to pay me $6.
I don't think I necessarily want the French fries, but the fish, well, that will work.
I'm hungry. He ain't got to take my food like that. She paid for that. And I want to
Pray
eat.
with that.
Now, I'm going to assign both of you to Saturday school for the next 2 Saturdays. Ladies, to class.
Hey, can I have this?
That's fine.
Thanks.
I knew that taking their food would teach them a lesson because 1, they spent money and they got nothing in return. 2, I figured they'd be just a little bit hungry.
It's her fault that we got caught, so I think Arm should take all the blame and not me.
Whatever.
I'm about to punch in your face.
Do it.
Well, I bet that teaches them a
All
lesson.
the elements you need.
The lesson is don't be leaving campus with your food and this and that and the other. Now, when we think of something like this, we think of something like you go to the store, like you leave campus to go to the store to get food. But imagine like you hate the school lunch or whatever. What's happened to one student in Willis Point High when she decided to go to like she went to go get food in a grocery store. I'll let you watch and see what happens. Take a look.
Well, what do you think you did?
I'm not going to get.
Quickly, get out of the hall! My style of discipline is to be fair and to treat all students the same. But the kids also know that when they break the rules and do it on a consistent basis, that I'm going to be real tough. That's the sprinkler, isn't it?
The clown can be scary and intimidating. That's only if you deserve it. He's never just scary for no reason.
No way, no how are students allowed to leave campus to go to lunch in town. Now, right now, I'm going to meet with a student that left school to go eat lunch without permission, and so I've got to meet with her and find out why she did that and let her know that that's unacceptable. All right.
What I do this time?
Well, what do you think you did?
I'm not going to guess.
You're not going to guess?
No, I don't want to guess wrong.
Do you think you've done more than one thing wrong?
I don't want to guess something that y'all don't know about.
Chrissy doesn't hide the truth. If you ask her a direct question, she will give you a direct answer. You started to leave campus to go to the grocery store.
Correct.
Correct, okay. Well, just tell me what happened, honey.
I was gonna go get some food. The lunch food's disgusting. Like they make us. They serve it looks like cat food, literally. Like they serve nachos with the meat, and it looks like cat food. Like something I wouldn't even feed my cat, though.
You know you're not supposed to do that, correct?
You should have somewhere where someone can sign something so you know who's leaving and who's not. Because I'd be totally down for that.
That means everybody going to run to their cars
Right.
and get to the food places, and that's a safety issue for us. We don't want anybody hurt. Have you eaten cafeteria food before?
Yeah.
You have? Okay.
And I didn't come to school for a
So
couple of
we're
days
clear.
because
So
I
we're
was
clear.
so sick.
Okay, so we're clear. Yes, sir, instead of yeah, okay?
Yes,
All right,
sir.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you have eaten it and you couldn't come to school for a couple of days because you were sick?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you're certain it was cafeteria food that made you sick?
I didn't eat anything else. I had to stay home for a couple of days, and I couldn't even figure out what it was. And I thought, what did I eat? Cafeteria food. Ding ding, light bulb. So I stopped eating it ever since. I'd rather start than eat cafeteria food.
I hear that excuse a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do.
What we're gonna do?
We'll let you work in the cafeteria to see what goes on. How's that sound?
I'm not gonna fix cat food for everybody.
You can just help them in the cafeteria and see what they do and see how they do it with what they have to work with. Is that good with you?
Not really, but okay.
Okay, well, we'll do it anyway, because I think you'll find a whole new appreciation for what goes on. Maybe not, maybe not.
It's gonna be interesting.
It sounds very interesting to me. Let's try it and see.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. And I want an assurance from you that you're not going to leave campus again.
Scout's honor.
Scout's honor? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Don't leave campus again, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Go to class, baby. I don't think she'll leave campus to eat again.
Bye.
Bye-bye. If she tells you she won't, I believe her, and I don't think she will.
I'm not gonna skip lunch again, but I'm still not gonna eat the cafeteria food because it's gross. It disgusts me. I think I'm gonna puke right now, actually thinking about it.
Agreed. Well, sometimes it may make you puke, but again, the lesson here says don't leave campus to go get food. If you're hungry, if you eat at home, eat lunch from home. When we come back, the third video. This time was 2 students who left school to go get coffee. But what was really going on? Then, a student who threw mashed potatoes on the wall. You may be surprised by his reason. Welcome back. For those just joining us, we're looking back at all the topics that we have done and combine them with the clips from the principal's office, an old show on True TV that started back in 2008 and ended in 2009. Now the show, these two principals were on Rachel Ray. You want to watch that clip? I'll provide a link in the description below. Now we're still looking into leaving class to go get food. Another good example is the coffee cutters. Basically, 2 students just went out of class to just go get coffee. What was the main reason for this? Take a look.
A good number of our students are not conscious of the fact that we have cameras throughout this building and that we're constantly watching them for safety purposes. I've been called down to the security office to look at the videotape.
We had 2 students leave the building. Should be 2 girls going out to the car right now.
Let's go to the other camera as they walk in the building.
That's the girls. They're coming in now. You know who they are now.
Looks like David and Nick. It looks like they have coffee. Thanks a lot, John.
All right.
What I have to do now is I have to sit down with both Dana and Kate and tell them the reasons why it was ridiculous to leave the building.
You want to see us?
Come on in, please. Yeah, ladies, please sit down. Where were we at the beginning of period 2 today?
Class, where were you?
I was down in the security office looking at the camera, and I see 2 young ladies leave the building, walk across the street to a white SUV, get in it, and drive away from this area. 15 minutes later, I saw 2 young ladies walk into the building with coffee and Dunkin' Donut bags, wearing those shirts. What 2 people are we talking about, guys?
Everyone's wearing these shirts today.
Everyone's wearing shirts.
Yeah.
Ladies, are we going to play games? Are we going to be honest? Where do we go?
Alright, here's the thing. I have a not such a good grade in English, and we had homework due today that I did, and I left it at home. I left all my books home, which is why I don't have any right now. And I don't drive, so Dana took me, and we just stopped at Dunkin' Donuts on the way.
Kate just decided on her own to leave. It had nothing to do with the schoolwork. She took a shot. I would believe the story, and I don't believe it. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So we went to Dunkin' Donuts.
I guess.
You're both juniors. You leave the building twice during your junior year, just twice. You give up the right to drive as a senior.
Are you serious?
Excuse me, you made a choice today. If you leave the building again, you will not have the opportunity to drive to school any day as a senior.
There's no way I'm going to get my driving privileges taken away next year because of this stupid stuff. It's ridiculous. Ms. Cheek, this is honestly ridiculous. So, no offense, but, I'm just trying to help her get homework, and we had time, so we went to get coffee.
The bottom line is this: you can drive off this property, get in an accident, your parents want to know where you are, and I or no one else in this building can explain it. This is serious stuff. You're both intelligent. You made a big mistake. Now, I will be calling your parents, and you both have in-school suspension. Don't do this again. Have a nice day.
home, I'm nervous because I know my parents are going to get mad at me. It's probably going to ground me, and it sucks.
Hopefully, because high school's like a soap opera, every other kid knows they left, they got caught, they were disciplined. Hopefully we never have to deal with this again.
All right. The same thing happened in Danbury High School, where it's the same one. He left school just to get a bologna sandwich.
Where's John? Hey, John! What are you doing? Where are you going? We are responsible for our students here during the school day. It could cause major problems if they leave school without permission. Get up here right now.
I thought I was gonna get away with skipping when I walked in and saw Miss Ballinger. I was just like, oh crap.
What were you up to? Were you smoking? What were you guys doing?
Eating a sandwich and drinking some soda.
You cannot leave school grounds without permission.
Exactly.
I was very, very upset about John taking off from school like that. Come on in, John. Close the door. Have a seat. So as I go around the hallway, I looked out the window, and who did I see coming across the school grounds?
I don't know, who did you see?
Now you're being a wise guy. If there's issues, then I'm calling your dad, and I'm going to let him know. Why were you outside?
I just went to my friend's house to get a sandwich and some soda.
You eat lunch here. You don't leave school grounds, John.
I just had a bologna sandwich.
Who's your friend? You want to tell me who it is
No.
so I can write his name down?
It's not the issue.
This is not the time to get wise.
All right.
John, why would you leave school to have lunch with a friend?
Because the school lunch sucks.
Very offensive.
You've been eating that lunch since September. Why all of a sudden today it sucks?
I didn't want school lunch bread that's been sitting in a bag on a shelf for like 2 months.
It's very, very dangerous for kids to leave these grounds. We are
It's
responsible.
not dangerous. I go around the city all the time.
Well, we are responsible for you between 7:15 and 2 o'clock. You're going to have 2 days in the in-school suspension room.
2 days.
I'm going to call your father.
You don't have
That's
to call
it.
my father. It's just between me and you. He doesn't have anything to do with it.
Oh, goodness.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's the last thing you need to say to me, John. Hello, Mr. Stroud. Mrs. Ballinger. John left school, went to a friend's house, and I caught him trying to sneak back on. It is against our policy, and John knows that we're very strict about students leaving school. He's just doing what he wants to do around here, and it's not a good thing.
She called my dad up, so now I'm probably going to be grounded for like 3 or 4 weeks, which is like, it just sucks.
All right, I'll tell him to be on the bus straight home. I got it. Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Now that's a lesson to be learned.
All right, John. There you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Now you're gonna meet a kid. You're gonna meet a kid, a student who threw mashed potatoes on the wall. I mean, think about it. You're having a food fight. All of a sudden, then bam, you threw mashed potatoes on the wall because you're upset about something. But what happened next is the craziest excuse ever as we visit. Oops, I got the wrong video. Guess I must have pressed it too late. So let's talk about this potato prophet from another high school.
Aaron Boots raised my credit score by 12 points instantly, which is...
Take a look. The charter school of Bloomington.
Don't forget, we'll be having a meeting
We had an incident in our cafeteria today, and it involves some mashed potatoes ending up on the wall. I'm calling a senior named Chase. Chase, come on in. So there are several sources that say that he engaged in throwing the mashed potatoes on the wall. Chase, I'm checking up on something that happened today, and I thought maybe you might be able to be helpful. Has something to do with some problem that was in the cafeteria?
At the cafeteria?
Yeah, today.
Well, you see, actually, I left early from the cafeteria with my friend. I couldn't get lunch today because the lines were too long, so I actually ate at the vending machine, so I didn't see any of that happen. I heard there was some sort of incident.
And what happened? Have you any idea?
Nah, I didn't.
Chase is a rather intelligent individual. I know that even though I'm holding the conversation with him, I know his mind is moving quickly. And I want you to think, because I know you can think several moves ahead. Picture where this is headed if not only is there an offense in the cafeteria, but then there's a lie on top of it all. Why would your story be different than several others that I've spoken with? I want to give Chase an opportunity to get some credit for stepping forward and admitting his involvement in this incident.
All right. I may have thrown some mashed potatoes at the wall.
Did you just all of a sudden think, maybe I'll flip some mashed potatoes?
Things have just started to get to me lately. I was sitting in lunch, and I was just staring at these mashed potatoes, and I realized something, Mr. Russell. I realized these mashed potatoes, they symbolized what I think Charter has been doing to people, which has been creating an amorphous blob of a homogeneous mixture that's completely ruled out individuality. It feels like there's an effort to stifle what makes me me.
And what is it that makes you you?
You.
Who you are consists of what's in here. Whoever you are will remain that way. Nobody can change it.
Mr. Russell doesn't bull with you. And that's the conversation people should be having with their faculty and their principals.
Tell you what, Chase, tomorrow, when lunch ends, who do you think I'd like to have help me clean?
Me.
I would love to have you with me.
So, I'm not going to get a detention or any demerits?
You're going to spend time with me.
Oh.
That's punishment enough.
And I agree.
If I had simply given him 2 detentions, I don't think there would have been any change.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow at lunch, Chase.
All right, see you, Mr. Russell.
I'm going to have the opportunity to interact with Chase. I think that is going to be far more effective than if he just sits down someplace for an hour.
When we come back, a preview of our second half of the show. As you guys know, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and on the second half, which is going to be tonight, we're going to tell you the real killer behind the assassination of MLK. Who was he? It was not James Earl Ray, but we're going to give you a name tonight. That's all for this first half of Give Me a Break. I'll see you again for the second half of the show. For all of us here at YouTube, I'll see you soon.